Okay. Are we there? You streaming? Yeah, okay, we're here. Alright, let's start. Burger. There you go. That's the intro. My name is Brian. If you're first joining me on one of these live transcriptions, this is just something that I'm trying to do. I transcribe all the time. So what I've decided to do recently is just hit stream. So the idea with the streams is that I kind of show you the process of what it's like to transcribe a song. And the reason why I'm doing this is that I had a friend ask me, coming out of the COVID pandemic, if I'd like to put together a pop band or something like that. And I said, sure, why not? So the song today is a song that I never heard of before, or an artist I never heard of before. And the song is On the Ground by Rosé. Alright, so let's get to it. We're going to be using MuseScore, and that's all you really need to know. So buckle up and enjoy the ride. So we're going to go up here in the top left corner and hit New. And I'm just going to go really fast. I'm just going to talk out loud as I do this. So the song is On the Ground. And I like to put in the subtitle who it's by Rosé. And I am such a stickler for details, so it's with like the E with the little tick on top of it. So I need to kind of like Pokemon, you know, they have the little tick. So I'm going to go down here to Windows Accessories and go to the character map. Where is that character map? And this gives you access to all like the fancy things. And right there you should see that is the E I'm looking for Rosé. So bam, there we go. And I like to put my little stamp, transcribed by Brian Roberts, and the copyright is 2021. Today is when I'm doing it. And yeah, so this is just a transcription for myself. I'm a guitarist, and so I just go over here to solo and I hit guitar. I don't use tabs anymore, so it's just guitar, bam. I don't know any of that stuff yet. So boom, here we are. I also like to, before I get too far underway, go up here, add text part name, and guitar. And there we go. Okay, so first order of business is finding the key and finding the tempo. So I'm going to find the key first. That's a note that's in. That's not in. That's in. Okay, got 3 notes there. Half steps are really important because that pretty much tells you if it's going to be either the key or intervals 3 and 4 from a major key perspective. Okay. So we got these notes. Okay, there's the other pair. So these are my 2 pairs. And I know that this would be 1 right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So my key is this. So it's D flat. So song's in the key of D flat. I'm going to pause the song real quick. Song is in D flat. So I don't have all my key signatures memorized. That's all this business here. So I just hover and look. Okay, D flat. That's what it is. Bam. And now I guess D flat has 3 flats. Whatever. You could also call it C sharp. Where is that? Right there. But I think D flat makes more sense in this case. All right. What's kind of neat about this specific program too is it's going to give you hints as to what chord it is, but I wouldn't rely on that. Old school style, you wouldn't have this, so just pretend you don't have this. The only reason why I use this program is because it loops really easily, and this is before I got myself a digital audio workstation, because now I should just be using Reaper, but I've gotten so dialed in with this program, and you should see it right below. I have a little window of it down there. Anyway, I use this for my playback. Alright, back to what I was doing. So that's the key signature, D flat. And then this program also will potentially tell you the tempo. So it's saying 94, but I like to go back, I like to check it. And the way that I check it is I go to Google and I type in tempo finder, and there's a whole bunch. I haven't tried very many of these, but the one I like to use is this one that says all8.com. It's just no brainer. Look at it. That's all it is. I love that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the song, and I'm going to tap the keyboard at the tempo of the pulse. To me, that's the pulse. Okay, so so that thing's dang close. I'm gonna call it 95. Yep. And that's the thing too about modern music, is that everything is so digitized that chances are it's just what they say is completely on the grid. So to put the tempo, I'm gonna go to the left here under the palettes. If you can't see the palettes, go over to view and make sure palettes is checked, and then over here you'll get all that stuff. So I touch here, I go over to quarter note, and I will put 95, and that's the tempo. Cool thing here is a metronome. You hit that and now you'll get a click sound, but if you don't like that, you can unclick it and now you don't have it anymore. Alright, so we got the key and the tempo. For many people, that's the hardest part. Okay, so let's continue with this. So it sounds like there's like a light tremolo. So I'm going to put that in text for myself. I'm going to hit Control T, and that's just a fancy way of going up here. See, add text, system text, Control Shift T. I just do, I put staff text, Control T. I've never done system text. I wonder what that is. Control Shift T? What difference does that make? I don't think it does. Anyway, Control T. And I said light tremolo. Tremolo is like, kind of makes your guitar sound like this without having to do that. So you would play it and it automatically just goes wop, 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 wop. So it sounds like it has a little bit of that at the beginning. Alright, so that's our starting point, and that's the chord. It's the 6th chord if you know your Roman numerals / natural number system. Very useful tool. So it starts on 6. What do I want to do? So that's a B flat, and I kind of listened to it a little bit earlier, so I think it's about that, but we'll cover that in a second. So that's a B flat minor. Oh, and so what I did there is I hit Control K, and that takes me to text, chord symbol, Control K, chord symbol. And the cool thing is it makes a sound. See? So even when it plays back, you don't even have to type the full chord out in the transcription. Alright, so I can go ahead and close that. Who's texting me right now? Reika. Brian wa isogashi guitaristo desu. Daijoubu? Okay. Alright. Just had to show off my Japanese skills there. Alright, so light tremolo effect, that's where I was at. So light tremolo effect. And I put that in bold. Okay, so if I've noticed that some people don't have this on the side, so if you go to View, Inspector, that's an important thing. So I already have it engaged. If it's not, it's closed like that, and you'll see Inspector's gone. So make sure that's there. So light tremolo effect. I'm going to go over here to the text and go bold, italic. That's kind of how I like to roll. I'm also going to uncheck automatic placement so I can put it where I want. And same thing with this. I like to put the tempo up there. Yeah. So another thing for sheets is if you want to change that, because otherwise if I wanted to write this out, I'd have to go, okay, B plus its 5th, which is an F, and then another B, and that would be a D flat, and then an F. So I'd have to do that for everything, but if you're doing short form for yourself, just one note's fine. You go over here to the note, and you go to the head group, and you switch it to a slash. So that just basically means play the chord. and that way eye fatigue when you're sight reading. Okay, so let's play the song. Oh, did it freeze? Come on, baby. Old computer, I guess. Processing, that's weird. Let's make sure everything's still working. Yeah, alright. Weird. So there's a little stopover note. If you count, there's like a bum, bum, bum. So if you listen carefully, and that point in time, that rhythm is the and of 4. So if you counted to that pulse at 95 beats per minute, so we have a stopover note, and it's that C. So not the most important detail, but it is a guitar solo area, not like a guitar solo, but like unaccompanied. So you need to make sure you know. This is probably the most important thing when you're playing an instrument, is when nobody else is playing anything. You have nothing to hide behind, so you want to make sure you at least cover all your bases. So that's a 2, 3, 4. So just a plain major chord. This is your 1 chord, and that is a D flat. So I'm going to go over here and just hit the letter D. It makes it a D. And I think it's for the whole measure, so I'm going to go ahead and make it a whole note up here. Bam. And then I'm going to go ahead and switch it to slash chord and put, again, Control K, and it's a D flat. There we go. I'm also going to include Roman numeral analysis. I like to do that, especially if there's no... Oh, I might not do that because there's lyrics. But in case you like, you can go add text Roman numeral analysis, and you can put 6. And I'm pretty sure this is a 5 chord inverted, but don't worry about that. And then a 1, like so, if you want to do that. But anyway. Okay, so we got that.
Seems fantastic. I used to have a hole in the wall with a mattress. Funny when you want it, suddenly you're out.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's an E flat minor. The program's also kind of guiding me with that, so it makes it real easy. But it's only because this is a really sterile pop song. Nothing wrong with that, but it allows the computer program to really pick it up easily. So I'm kind of using that to expedite things. So that's an E flat, so I just hit E, and I'm fairly certain it's the whole measure. I'll modify it if not. So I'm just doing the same process. So E flat minor, bam. So we got...
Oh, in the wall with a mattress. Funny when you want it, suddenly you have it. You find out that your goal's just plastic.
So then that's the 4 chord G flat. So I'm going to hit G, bam, and I kind of like to have it resemble somewhat what it's like on the sheet, you know. So instead of having it up there on guitar, I physically go lower. So I kind of want to make sure that that stays intact. And I don't really like reading these extra ledger lines, I guess that's what they called. So I'm going to highlight everything. I'm going to hit Control. I'm going to hit up, bam, and that pushes everything more up into the system. Okay, whole note, and that's a G flat major. This would be your 4 chord, one of my favorite chords. Bam. Okay, and that's probably going to be our loop.
My life's been magic, seems fantastic. I used to have a hole in the wall with a mattress. Funny when you want it, suddenly you have it. You find out that your goal's just plastic. Every day, every night, I've been thinking back on you and I. Every day, every night, I'll work my whole life.
Okay, so there's a little bit of deviance there. Ooh, okay, so wonder what that is. It's delicious though. Sounds like it's just the bass moving. Yeah. So this would be a slash chord. I'll talk about that in a second, but it pretty much sounds like it's repeating itself. And so we're going to copy paste, get rid of the tremolo effect because we don't need that. And if it was a complete copy paste, I'd do some other things, but it's not. It's got a little something different in there, so I'm gonna put that, and it's still a G flat chord, so I'm gonna copy that. But it's a G flat with a 6 in the bass. So that's a, what is that? That is an A flat. So G flat over A flat, which I guess that essentially makes it a, what does this be? It's an inversion of a minor 7th chord. And if I'm there, that's my 5th. I can also play it like that. So I think it's a G flat 6. Yeah. Okay, let's make sure the timing's there.
Every day, every night, I work my whole life.
Yeah. So this is picking up it as an E minor, E flat minor 7th.
Every day.
But I don't think it's too dark. If a minor 7th kind of has a little bit more hope in it, so that it doesn't have that flavor. Okay, so. Alright, so I'm also going to put a note to myself, solo guitar, and I just put underscores all the way to the end. Because I like to know when I'm playing unaccompanied. So bam, that tells me I'm playing by myself. And I also like to make that italic, just this, if I can. Yep. Oh, if I went too fast there, I'd highlight, and then bottom left corner, I hit italic. Okay, so I'm going to put a double line there just because I think that that's a section change. And now we got a like kind of an acoustic guitar idea, so I'm going to emulate that. So this is one of the unfortunate things, is that the singing is so loud, and that's not a bad thing, but it's hard to, it's kind of like something's in the way and you're trying to look at it. So I'm trying to look past the bushes to try and get to the strumming pattern, and I think it's, but let me double check that. So that's the rhythm. Da 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 da. So the important thing is I'm not trying to transcribe it on the sheets yet. I'm trying to get it in my head first. Da 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 da. And now the other secret with rhythm transcription is use your body. Your body is your natural metronome. So I have da, da. So those first two rhythms are on downbeat and backbeat. That's 1 and 2. So if you ever play a rhythm at the bottom of your movement, those are downbeats. Okay, so da, 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 da. So then it gets a little bit more funky afterwards. So we got da, 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 da. So I think that next rhythm is an 1, 2, So that's the last 16th note before the next thing. So I'm going to start translating it to what's happening here. I'm fairly certain it's going to be a B flat minor. I'm not even worried about that yet, but I'm going to put B flat in there. So boom, doom, doom. So 1, 2. So this would be an 8th note dotted, and that's your right there. 1, 2, duh, duh, 1, 2, E end. So the next rhythms, and this one's tough, is the E enda. So ba 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 ba, yeah, ba 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 da ba ba, and then that sounds like a 4 end. So this completes us to 4. Right here's 4. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you're still learning this, look at the bottom left. It says beat 4. That's gonna make things so much easier. So look at that bottom left. If you're a clown like me and you're not a studied classical musician, or you can't sight read, I can barely sound it out. But there it is. So that's 4 and then 4.5, 4.5. That's the end of 4. So according to what I just wrote, you can come up here, highlight it, and then hit repeat. Dun, 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 dun. And I'm fairly certain that's what we're hearing.
I work my whole life just to get right, just to be like.
1, 2, E and 1, 2, E and 4 and yep. So that's the strumming pattern. And it doesn't really matter if you go down, up, left, right. It doesn't matter as long as you're hitting the guitar at that time. But most naturally, I'd probably end up playing it like this. That's probably how I would end up playing it naturally, but again, it doesn't really matter. So coming out of that, it's actually the 1 chord. And that makes sense because then that G flat 6, that 6 is voice leading you as a dominant to a 1 resolution. I know I start sounding like I know what I'm doing. So this is not a B flat, it's actually a D flat. So yikes, F, A, where did I put D? I put it way up there. Okay, so F, A, C, E. So D is on that line. I should have this memorized, but I don't. And if you're in doubt, hit it and it should say D flat. Look at us. Isn't that great? I keep looking like right here, expecting the camera there, but maybe you guys don't know that. I'm looking at you. Okay, D flat, which is your 1 chord. And again, I'm going to switch it back to slash notation because again, I'm just trying to get the rhythms. Yeah, okay, so we got D flat. Okay, so it's a different progression. So we got 2, 3 to the 2 chord, 2, 3, 4 to the 4 chord, and then the minor 4 chord. Oh, nostalgia. Okay, so D flat, and then I'm just going to copy from here, but I have to steal that rhythm, so I guess that doesn't work. So I'm going to go D flat, E. Again, double check. Yep, it's an E flat, bam. Change the chord to an E flat minor, little m. Yep. So we got that. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum, and then G flat. Ooh, okay, so E is awfully close to G, so we're gonna go E, E natural, F, F sharp, and then yeah, that's it. F sharp is the same as G. So we double touch that. Yep. And because I go down on the guitar, I'm gonna highlight everything, hit Control, hit down, arrow key, boom, it takes it down an octave. And switch this to a G flat. So it does that, and then it does G flat minor. So G flat minor. Okay, something happened that I usually hate with MuseScore. It kicks it over to the next system, and I don't want that. So I'm going to highlight everything. The way I do that is I click, I hold Shift, and I click the other. So now I have all that grabbed. I'm still holding Shift. I'm going to hit bracket key, left bracket, and that's supposed to shrink it. I forget formatting, stretch. Yeah, see that? That's what I'm using, these hotkeys. So I shift, bracket, boom, boom, boom. Yes. So it was able to consolidate itself. I hate when it does that. Like OCD, I guess. One, two, three, then new chord. Okay, so, and the machine is telling me that there's 7th chords in it. I'm not really that worried about it, but let's go take a listen. That's plain. That's plain as well. Funny when you want it, suddenly you have it. You find out that your goal's just plastic. Every day, every night, I've been thinking back on you and I. Every day, every night. I work my whole life just to get right, just to be like. Yeah, that is a minor 7th. A little more regal. Just to Yep, and that is a major 7th. So actually I might prefer playing it up there, because voicing that 7th way low is kind of lame, so I'm going to kick it up there still. Yep. So it's a near copy paste. I wonder if I have any comments. Nope, no comments. Guess that's how it goes.
Look at me, I'm never coming down. I work my whole life.
Alrighty, so let's figure out that second part. Oh.
Just to get high, just to realize everything I need is on the
So that sounds like a G, which is kind of out of key. And then it's the rhythm changes.
everything I need is on the ground.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and I think.
It is on the ground. It is on the ground. It is on the
So we got 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm just putting those for rhythm markers. Is it that, or is it? Or I wonder. Might be minor 7 flat 5.
everything I need is on the need is on the everything I need is on the ground.
Kind of bites, so
Everything I need is on the ground. I need is on the everything I need is on the ground.
I'm gonna call that a G fully diminished. So a G dim 7. I think I could do 0 7. No. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's it, right? Is that the same as this? Yeah, okay, got it. Bing, ding, ding. Da-da-da. Hey now, hey now. So then that's a D flat. And then that's a B flat. And then an A flat. And then this is definitely a section change.
Everything I need is on the ground.
So to me, that's screaming Mixolydian. Know your modes, people.
Everything
It sounds Mixolydian to me, but maybe it's not.
is on the ground.
Do 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 do.
It is on the ground. It is on the ground. It is on the ground.
Do do gang. So, yep, we're gonna be playing it like that. We're gonna mirror the bass on this. So we got 1. So that's D flat, D flat. Boom, boom, damn. So I'm just gonna loop this. So that's all I'm gonna listen to. Sorry, listeners. Slow it down a little bit. Okay, I'll slow it down even more. And I gotta turn it up. Yeah. And that's where we're getting that mixolydian sound. It's just very briefly grabbing the flat 7. So I think it's yeah, boom, 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 boom. And so that would be a C. Yeah, that's out of key, that's right. Oops. Got the cable in the way there. Boom, boom, da ba da dum. Yeah, boom, boom, da ba da dum. Doom, doom, ba da 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 da. Yep. Nope, that's got to be longer. It's the 8th note. But it's staccato. Bam, bam. So it's up there. Bum, bum, bam, maybe it's that. This is going to be a hard part. Bum, bum, bam. No. Bum, bum, da, ba, da, da. Four and a. So that's a 6, which is a B. B, and then... Okay, I got the last part, I just gotta get the middle. I think that's it. Can you confirm? Oh, hi Rika, thanks for joining. If you have questions, I will happily answer. Rika, meow meow. I think that's it. Maybe if I change the sound. By the way, if you ever want to change the sound, you can hit F10, which is the same as going to View, Mixer, see, F10, bam, F10. And let's switch it to like synthesizer, synth bass. There we go. Yeah, now that certainly helps. Sounds just like it, doesn't it? Yep. Cool. So that that was a vortex. Sorry everybody, but now we're back. So then it kind of repeats the same thing, but it stays high on that second one. Na, 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 na. So now I gotta loop this part. Oh, the viewers must just love this part of the transcription. Almost. Yeah, that's definitely the note. Here it is. But I'll delete that. Yeah, that makes more sense. Oh! Hmm? Oh, maybe it's this. No! This part's hard. So I'm almost there. Oh my goodness. This part's hard, but it's funky. I want to get it down though. I think that might be it. Oops. There's something extra in there. So it's already doing it before. The reason why I know that is because I counted to 3 and I heard the high note before I said 3. Take a listen. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So let me back this off a little bit so we got a real good time. Yep. Ah, now it's making more sense. That's it. Woo! That's tough. Okay, so all together it sounds like this. Woo! Okay, well, I'm hoping we get some copy paste going on here coming up next. Yeah, okay, perfect. So that's modern music sometimes is real nice because they just copy paste. 4, 1, 2, 3. So that's one time, second time. Third time. Fourth time. Okay, so it repeats it 4 times. So there's a couple things I can do here. I'm probably just gonna do straight up repeat cymbals. So what I like to do is I count backwards. So I start this as number 4 and I go 4, 3, 2, 1. And on this little line here, I have already set aside under my repeats, I assigned rhythm numbers. Where's the repeats and jumps? Repeats and jumps right there. So right here. On this, I'm going to put a 4. And I'm going to put that right on top there. So that's 4. And I'm also going to put a double right there. And that's to tell me that I'm going to repeat this 2-measure phrase for a little while. And so here I'm going to put another one like that. 1, 2, 1, 2. So another one right there. Bam. And then another one right there. Bam. And then that should be the end there, right? 2, 4. Yeah, okay. So this is kind of tricky because this program doesn't do this. So you have to kind of do it manually. So I hit the rest there. I'm touching that rest, highlight it. I hit V to remove its visibility. So gray means it's not going to be visible in the final PDF. And then I put this right dead center. OCD over here, if you hit these 2 checks, it snaps. So I like that. So now it snaps. Snaps. And then I'm going to touch that, and I'm going to put, that's 4, that's 3. And again, this is not how it's done. This is just how I do it. Technically, these should all be 2s because the 2 represents you repeat for 2. And so normally what you would get is you wouldn't have this at all. This would be gone. So I'm going to make that disappear. That would be gone. And then each of these should say 2. Should say that. So it should say, oops. Should say this. And it should say this. That's what it should look like. But I don't like that. That's not my style. And so I'm going to put a 1 here. That way I can simply say, oh, we repeat this idea right here. We repeat it 4 times. 4, 3, 2, 1. Which comes out to 8 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Blah, 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 blah. Again, this is unorthodox, but that's how I do it. I'm going to run out of measures here pretty soon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click down here. And then I'm going to hit the insert key on my keyboard. Insert, bam, bam, bam. I get extra measures. So I just press and hold and I get a bunch of measures because I know I'm going to run out of space soon. Okay, so then after that we come to the next part of the song. Now there's some harmonies happening, but I don't care about that. So it's kind of the intro idea again, except no longer solo. I wonder if it's going to be the same exact thing. So that chord sounded a little different. Nice. Okay, so that's that. I think I heard something a little different this one time. Nope, I'm tripping. Okay, so I can copy paste this. And I love copy paste. Back in the day, you'd have to write this or you'd have to do repeat things, but copy paste, oh, technology. And so I should put notes to myself here. This is acoustic strums. And then synth bass, and then we'd have clean guitar. So I should put clean guitar, light tremolo effect. Maybe I put enter. There we go. Move that up a little bit. Bam. Okay, looking good. Double bar line right there. Bam. And this is just clean guitar. So I'm going to copy this. Paste. Clean guitar. Rabam. So I do have little symbols for myself that are also unorthodox. Of course I do. And under custom, this is my symbol for acoustic. So I put this, bam, and that tells me play acoustic. So I'm going to delete that because to me, I know that means play acoustic. That's totally different, so I'm going to leave that. And then clean guitar is this symbol. Again, these are not what these symbols are used for, but it's what I do to tell myself what to do. So, bam. And so now I'm going to go back to putting light tremolo guitar effect. Yep. Okay, am I here? So there's another little extra chord in there. There's this maneuver. There's an and right there. So we got. It stops on F. let's actually back it up because I might have the wrong chords.
My world's been hectic, seems electric, but I've been waking up with your voice in my head, and I'm trying to send a message and let you know that every single minute I'm without you.
Okay, I did it right there.
I'm trying to send a message and let you know that every single minute I'm without you.
So I did it as well here. Now I just gotta figure out what that is. Ah, hey, I got some comments. Hey, out to copy paste. Hey, thanks. You like my nerd look? Thanks, Shige. Keeps my eyes from straining. Keeps my eyes from straining. Oh, okay. I got about a half hour left of this. I want to see if I can get to the end of the song. I'm also going to put the lyrics because I like to do that. But yeah, hopefully you guys find this entertaining. I don't know. To me, this is like the equivalent of like watching sports. You know, some people are like watch football games and they just stare at the screen. To me, this is like watching somebody kick a ball around, I guess. Maybe it's like a cooking show. I gotta figure out what that is. And it's kind of buried in the song.
I'm trying to send a message and let you know that every and I'm trying to send a message and let you know that every single
Nope. Is it the same chord?
and I'm trying to send a message and let you know that every single and I'm trying to send a message and let you know that every single
I guess it's just stopping over on A flat.
every single minute I'm without you, I regret it. Every day, every night, I've been thinking back on you and I. Every day, every night, I work my whole life just to get.
Yep, okay, so the acoustic part
I
again.
work my whole life just to get right, just to be like. Look at me, I'm never coming down. I work my whole life just to get high, just to realize everything I need is on the, everything I need is on the ground.
Copy paste! Copy paste! So that's a pre-chorus I kind of feel. So I'm going to hit enter here. Enter here. I'm going to highlight all of this stuff. Back it up. Bam. 2 clean systems. I'm so into that. So beautiful. Okay, let's see what happens.
On the ground. Everything I need is on the ground. Give me the
Okay, now we got another part. Bam. So I'm going to copy paste all this. Ding, 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 ding. Bam. Looks like I'll have to manually put those things in again. That's okay. So I'm going to do the same thing. That's a 2-bar repeat. So I'm going to go over here on the left, go to my repeats. Now you're not going to have all this stuff. I went to this more area and I just manually put it in. So I hit Z. It brings up all this stuff. And I typed in repeat. I took this, pulled it over there, bam, now I can use it all the time. That's what I did. So you're not going to have that, but if you want to be like me, that's what you got to do. Okay, so that's a 2, 2, 2, and 2, bam. And I like to kind of mirror what I did. So something like that. And these ones need to be dead center because these are true 2-bar repeat symbols. Okay, and I'm going to count backwards because that's how I like to roll. So there we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, new part.
I'm way up in the clouds, and they say I'm made it now, but I figured it out. Everything I need is on the ground. Just drove by your house, so far from now, but I figured it out. Everything I need is on everything.
So I'm gonna copy the synth bass idea there.
I'm way up in the clouds, and they say I'm made it. I'm way up in the clouds, and they say I'm made it now, but I figured it out. Everything I need is on the ground.
Okay, so that's a 6, 1, 5, 4 kind of idea. And so I'm gonna hit Control K. Put it in parentheses because we're not actually playing it, but this way at least I can follow along. So B flat minor into, and I just hit tab there to get me to the next measure. D flat, G, A flat, tab, and then G flat. Is that my student? I don't know who that is. Okay.
I'm way up in the clouds, and they say I'm made it now, but I figured it out. Everything I need is on the ground.
So I'm gonna copy that bam 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 on guitar. Those are 8th notes for you rhythm junkies out there. NHL channel, yeah, exactly. And who knows, you might learn something. And I guess that's what people who are into sports, I guess that's what they're doing. But I mean, if you're not still playing sports, I don't know. I just don't get it. I'm a hater. Okay. Where was I? I got sidetracked by the hate. Give in to your hate. So bum 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 bum. I'm gonna use tremolo markings too, because I like that as well. So that's a B flat. Boom boom. Okay. So tremolo markings, I'm gonna put a staccato little dot right there. All you gotta do is hit Shift and S. There it is. Over here, tremolos, and so there's an 8th note tremolos. And yep, so Shift, 8th note tremolos. Yep. So we're gonna put B flat minor as the implied chord. Whew, that one's juicy. Okay, so we got something along those lines. So I think the first downbeat and backbeat are totally fine. So D flat, staccato, tremolo marking, bam. And so we gotta zero in on this one. Sorry, gang. 1 E and a. So these are all going to be 16th notes up in there. Okay, I'm going to slow it down too because that's brutally fast. Yeah, that's it. E flat. So that's the 2 in my world. I call that a 2. I call this a 3, which is an F. That's your 1, 2, E flat. Bam, bam. Nice. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put L for lyric. I'm going to put 1, and this is how I sight read. 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1. So I know I'm in the key of D flat, and that's my 1. That's my root. So when I do this, I don't read this as an E flat, F. I don't do that. I read it as a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. What key? There, I need to be in the right key. 1, 2, 3. And that's how I sight read, boys and girls. So that A flat is just chillin'. So staccato, tremolo markings. It's an A flat, and then this G flat. So it does the same kind of idea, just over here at D flat. I mean G flat. So we're gonna put that, boom, tremolo marking, bam, and let's see, G flat, and I think it's probably going to do the same idea. Do 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 do.
Everything I need is on. Everything I need is on.
Oh, it's the same exact notes as previously. It's the same, if I'm not mistaken.
Everything I need is on. Everything.
I think it's the same notes, but then it comes back down to G.
Everything I need is on.
2, 3, 4, wow. Yep. So there we go. Bar lines. Bam, bam. Dunzos. Yep. And then parentheses NC, which means no chord. Just rest. So still synth bass. I'm actually going to put this lower. I want this lower. So I turn off automatic placement, and I'm going to just put it right there. Synth bass. Okay, final chorus most likely. Oh.
Everything I need is on.
Okay, that's a little more. I thought I was at the finish line, but now there's a hidden boss.
Everything I need is on the ground. Everything I need is on the ground.
Okay, but we're on the finish line. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, bam. Yeah, and on that. Oh, what? Great, it's all going to fit on one page. Oh my goodness. I love that. Yippers. Okay. Whew. How are we doing, gang? Still with me? Yes, Berga numbering system. Root a note as 1 and you're good to go. Yeah, that's how I cheat myself. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do 20 more minutes, and if I can't figure out this last riff by then I'm just gonna continue at another time. Okay, the outro right here. Okay. So that's 1, 2, dip, dip. 2. So speaking of Berga numbering system, I need to get over here and number. So 1, 1, that's an 8. 1. Here we have a Mixolydian flat 7. Whoa! That's what gives it that fun, funky sound. 8, 6, 5, 1, 1, 8, 1, flat 7. And then that is, what is that? 8, 1, 2, 3, and that's a 4. So 4, 4, 4, 4, 3. And these are all in the next octave, so I'm going to underline them. And the way that I do that is over here. Bam, they're underlined. And then I think I'm also going to flip this. Yeah, there we go. And I'm going to flip this as well. Yeah, it hugs, the numbers hug a little bit better. So, Berga numbering system. Yep. Yep, that's it. So I'd probably play it over here. Okay, anyway. Oh, so now I gotta copy these over there. Dang. Hey, not bad. All right. I don't really. I don't want to do this part. I'm pretty sure that's a dotted eighth, making the next rhythm we hear. So I know it's a 6. A B? Yeah. And then an A. Hey, hey! Look at me go. I guess it's not as bad as I was making it seem. 1, 8, 8, 8, 8, 6, 5. I'm going to flip this up so that the numbers can hug a little bit more. Yeah. So that's a D flat. Okay, interesting. That's what's called a flat 7 chord, which is out of key technically, because B is not in the key of D flat, but whatever. So this would be a B flat chord. I'm sorry. C flat. Awkward. So we'll call it B. Yep. B flat minor. This is starting to sound like a Shige song with all the weird chords. OCD alert. Yeah, that's true. So it's B flat minor. So those are 4 chords up in there. I don't know what they are, but let's figure it out. No. I think it's a 7. Yeah, I think it's that A flat. No, A. And then A flat with a C in the bass? A flat over C. Yeah, A flat over C. Yep. Okay, so. Everything. Woo! I think I did it. Yep, I think that's it.
Everything I need is on the ground. 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 Everything I need is on the ground.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of that. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. So that's a 4-bar repeat. I'm gonna put a 4-bar right there. And let's see, repeats 4, bam. I'm gonna put a 1 above it, even though that's unorthodox, and that's just to tell me that I repeat it. And I'm also gonna put 1 right there to tell me that that's a 4-bar repeat. But I think it's actually too busy, so I'm just gonna put a 2. Yep. Okay.
My life's been magic, seems fantastic.
Now I'm gonna
I used to
label the
have a hole in
sections.
the wall with a mattress. Funny when you want it, suddenly you have it. You find out.
I guess I gotta put the lyrics too. So, Rose on the ground lyrics. I like the lyrics. You find out that your gold's just plastic. I thought she was saying your girl.
My life's been magic. My life's
So she comes in on the end. So basically just 1.
My life's been magic, seems fantastic. I used to have a hole in the wall with a mattress. Funny when you want it, suddenly you have it. You find out that your goal's just plastic. Every
And then we have the Taylor Swift section. Yeah. Okay, we're coming around the bend. So here we go. Lyrics. Bam. And I'm going to put this underneath, and I'm going to get rid of that. Life in magic, see fantastic. You stab a hole in the wall with the mattress. Funny when you want it, suddenly you have it. You find out your gold just plastic. Boom, din, din, boom, din, din, boom, din, 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 din. So that's a lot of lyrics crammed in there. I'm just gonna put ... Wonder. Hold on. I might be able to. Every day, every night, I'm thinking back on you.
day, every night, I've been thinking back on you and I. Every day, every night, I work my whole life.
So I put, I work my whole. Oops. And I'm also going to slide this over a little bit. Yeah. And oh, what happened there? And I'm gonna kind of hug it up there because I don't really need that much. I'm gonna put a little bit of space here because I think I'm gonna have a hard time reading that. So breaks and spacers, arrow, oh, not there. I'll just leave it there. That's not hurting anybody though. So over here, let's put it, yeah, just a little bit. Dot, dot, dot. I worked my whole life.
Whole life just to get right.
Worked my whole life just to get it right, just to be like, get me there. Yeah.
Whole life just to get right, just to be like, look at me, I'm never coming down. I work my whole.
So coming down is harmonized. So I need to keep track of that. It's irritating. No! Oh, that's why. I must preserve that. Okay. Wonder if certain section I can just make red. Ah, okay, the whole thing. I'm never. So that sounds more like gang vocals, so never. I think that's 3 and 4. Four one. Not. And blue is my symbol for gang vocals, so when I'm scanning that, I'll know to sing it, but not to harmonize. Coming down. And then that same line. Oh, whoa. And then just on the back side of that, so whatever, I'll just put it there. Just to get high? Is that what you say? Or just to realize? Just to get high, just to realize. Everything I need is on the every. Oh, I gotta do laundry too. Oh no. So I gotta wrap things up real fast. Is on. And so same thing here. On the is gang vocals. At 4 end. On the blue. Ah, I knew it. I hate that. It's the worst. I just want it to all be on the same thing. Okay. I'm gonna call this the chorus. C1. Make it small because I don't really need to know that, and then put it over there. Yeah. Might have to do some tricks to get this back on the other page, but I'll sort that out in a little bit. Oh, maybe. Yeah, okay. And I'll move. I have a feeling that this needs to move up. Oh, I'm coming around the bend. So I'm going to call this pre-chorus. So I'm hitting Control M to get that rehearsal mark, is what that's called. And then I'm just putting them my own arbitrary names. Okay, the chorus. Yeah, and so it's just on the ground. I'll repeat, right? 4 and
Everything I need is on the ground.
okay, I don't know where that is. Somewhere in there. Nah, but they don't hear me though. Yeah, okay. But they don't hear me though. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna run into some troubles here. Whatever. I don't need to have those lyrics. Screw them. Screw them! Whatever. You're running out of time. Okay, I like that. I kind of like this song. Good pick, Mikey.
My world's been hectic, see.
Then we're gonna get another fat freaking thing like that. God damn, no! But there's some harmonies, so.
My world's been hectic, seems electric, but
Okay, I'm running out of time, so I'm gonna finish this up by myself. I got my lessons coming, so I gotta set up, and unfortunately I won't be able to finish this video because I'm not gonna boot up another stream just to do the final touches, but I'm coming around the bend. You heard it here first. I'll check you guys next time. That was one of my longest transcription streams in a hot minute. Thanks for tuning in, you guys, and till next time. Bye bye.